All right guys, today is a big one. We're heading out to Copar in Spartanburg, South Carolina. We're not just gonna check out one car, but actually 5 really big vehicles. So we got ourselves some semi trucks, box trucks, huge campers, and 2 massive John Deere tractors. Never messed with those before. A lot of this stuff is new to me, but hey, we're gonna check it out, check out the market value. These are playing today as well, so hopefully, and who knows if they are all good, we'll check it out and try to bid it, win it, and try to flip it. That's the game plan for today. And also we get picking up ourselves that Coleman water flood camper that we won last time. So we'll go ahead and 2 birds, 1 stone. Check these out, pick up that camper, and hopefully get a great deal. Let's not waste any time. The auction already started. Let's get the things we need, head to the truck, and get over there. All right guys, let's go, hit the road. All right guys, there's the shop truck, but we already have ourselves a trailer hooked up, unfortunately. So let's get that unhooked. Make sure we have the right ball hitch. I think it's usually 2 5/16, whatever the big ball size for a camper, and get over there. Wasting time, huh? Got the jump box, trailer's dead, of course. It's always dead. Huh. It's fine, we'll probably bring the jump box with us anyway, because our camper is probably dead too, so. Not a big deal. Let's ride. Let's do it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, guys, we gotta go, but tire's a little flat. We're getting that trailer, so. Always something. No big deal. Be on the road in no time. £13. No good, no good. There we go, much better. All right guys, so we're on the road, we're almost there. We'll have to go in the main office, check in, see what's going, and also there's an app that you have to download if you want to pick up a vehicle, it's a transporting app, so it's pretty cool. Just get that going. It's pretty easy, just say your mark arrived kind of thing. Makes the appointments a lot easier, so it's not such congested time, because before it was like you pull up and then you wait for hours. Now they've definitely figured out a better system, so that's nice. We'll get there, checked in, and check it all out. All right, here we are. Clock is ticking. Let's go find some good deals. It's tough to flip. All right guys, checked in and ready to go. We're gonna head over to the heavy yard. Like I said, today's a big one. Gotta stay hydrated. Still getting pretty warm out there, surprisingly. It's supposed to be like 85 today or something. It's not bad, it's done worse. 110, we're looking at vehicles sometimes. 85, that's a breeze.
I'm sorry, I couldn't connect to OnStar. Please try again.
It's kind of annoying, this OnStar thing, but at the same time, it kind of deters people from touching our car. I just can't turn it off. I don't know. Probably, there's a will, there's a way. I don't want to turn it off as bad as it annoys me. One day it'll tip over. Just waiting for somebody to let us in. Gate is closed, but sometimes patience is a virtue, you know, it's just a good thing. You just got to hang out and wait. All right guys, and we are in. Here we go. Let's go find ourselves some great deals. Woohoo! All right guys, the first one, like I said, is a big boy. We got ourselves a semi-truck white, but they all are mostly white semi-trucks, but looking for the lot number 151, no, 715. Here somewhere. It's like we're fishing. All right guys, there we go. Our first item on the list is this 2016 Volvo. Man, this thing's definitely a beast. I mean, money makers for sure. You see these things on the road all the time going cross country. My dad's got a Volvo too and he loves it. But this one's a clean title, salvage, I mean, at the auction because of mechanical damage. So clean title, not salvage. I mean, check it out right there in the front. You can see the tow hook. So this thing is already being pulled, probably pulled over here too. probably not running kind of thing. Market value, these things are still worth money, between $30,000 to $50,000 depending on mileage and all that good stuff. Obviously this one's going to go cheaper because it is mechanical issues. Probably got a bad motor. You just got to assume the worst and hope for the best. I've seen these things go between, you know, $15,000 to $30,000 kind of in this state. So it's still kind of a hit and miss, but man, you still have a whole lot of vehicle. And like I said, it's playing today, one of our first ones going. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about these engines, so it's going to be kind of hard, but I'm just curious to see. You know, it looks fine, basically just normal wear and tear, and something happened with the engine, and just like that. These things get hit all the time, not a big deal. Bolt on, bolt off, that's fine. I think it's locked. Let's check the other side. Overall, the body's in great shape. Like I said, clean title, never really wrecked. It's just mechanical problems. Ooh, insides are definitely a little rougher than I thought it would be, but check out this door panel. Dang. I mean, it's got over 1 million some miles on it, so it's seen some wear and tear in its life. All right, guys, so this is actually the third time this is playing. It went one time for about $3,000, next time to $4,000. So if you know what you're doing, semi-trucks, I think there's definitely a lot of meat in the bone to make a lot of money, especially if they're going for $40,000. So imagine picking it up for $5,000, fixing it for another $5,000, $10,000. You can make $20,000. Man, gold mine or a landmine, who knows? Because you could get yourself a big problem. Transporting these things is not easy. So by the time you get it to the shop could quote you, you know, arm and a leg kind of thing. Definitely got to count the cost. So it went cheap, but that's probably for a reason. Definitely has some wear and tear. So this one, seen a lot of life in the road. But wow, I mean, literally went for $3,000, $4,000. So definitely an idea, something to think about. I might get into the semi-truck business, flipping semis. What do you guys think? Leave some comments down below. Should we start risking it and buying semi-trucks? $585. Here we go, guys. Winner. This is a 2020 International. Also a big boy. Kind of similar story. This one's a clean title, but mechanical issues. They don't want to mess with it, or they probably tried and kind of gave up. It's on the insurance auction. So even though it has a clean title, it'll still be in the records that it went through the insurance the Copar insurance yard process, and it's still kind of affected. So you might end up paying clean title prices for a salvage title vehicle sometimes. Who knows? I mean, this one's definitely a lot better condition, being a 2020. Looks almost new in there. Wow, very nice. Market value, these things still go for $45,000 to $50,000. Auction range, we've seen some of them play for $30K. So we'll have to see how much this thing goes for. Retail is $47,000, which kind of makes sense. But mechanical issues with 300-some thousand miles on it. Looks pretty good for $300K on it, but man, that's a big box. It's got that drop-down loading deck thing. It'll probably come out and load up. Good to go. Oh, come on. Just kidding. It doesn't want to open. That's okay. It's probably a big empty box. You can look at a picture. Think about all the possibilities you can convert this to. Whatever you want. Just need time and money. That's about it. Or a good parts truck. Big old Cummins motor in it. Overall, looks in great shape. Just like they said, mechanical issues. Checking the history on this, guys, you could go to Auto A Stat. We'll leave a link down below. We definitely need that because it tells you a lot of history on how it played. So it already played 6 times on the auction. Like I said, doesn't run and drive. It's got that 6.7 diesel in there. Clean title, like we mentioned, but went for 12, didn't sell. 12,100 didn't sell. The cheapest time was 8,500, didn't sell. So you basically have a reserve price and you have the option to let it go or not. This time I'm probably thinking go for another $10,000, which isn't bad considering how much they're worth on the market value. Just as long as you know what you're doing to get it fixed and back on the road. Man, opportunities. No power. Like I said, it's not run and drive, so that makes sense. It is playing today, and we'll find out how much it goes for. Here we go, guys. Not your everyday John Deere, but Man, these things are big, but not crazy big. I think it's a nice medium size. Both of them were playing today. Clean title. Nice. Sheesh. Oh yeah, get ourselves a tractor. Should be run and drive. Let's check it out. How would you even move these things? I don't even know. Drive it back on the road to the shop? No, that would be an adventure. I'm on the wrong side. Oh. Nice. There we go. Dang, definitely a lot of wear and tear. Looks like a water flood in here. Man, that's rough. There's a key that says, be gentle, easy, and it's snapped off. One job. Dang, I hope there's more keys. All right, definitely needs a good cleaning. Oh man, no power at all. Man, I want to hear what it sounded like. There's a little wooden box, homemade over there. Dang, this is rough. Which makes sense. I mean, if you're working out in the field, things are gonna get dirty. Man, so far this one, I'm not really liking it that much, not gonna lie. A lot of stuff's missing, falling apart. It's gonna take a lot of TLC. And broken keys. No bueno. They have like a washer to use to start this thing. Oh man, I was definitely more excited a minute ago, but looking at it in person, it's kind of rough. All right guys, it is pretty wild having two John Deere tractors here. And I mean about 100 horsepower each, 2-yard buckets. Perfect for farm, construction, or scrap yards. Market value right now, they're still going for around $50,000 to $60,000. The current bid for this is $13,000, and it'll probably jump up closer to $30,000, $36,000. But there's still room to make some money. I mean, retail's $50,000. If you get it for $20,000, great opportunity and chance to make some real money. That is a big boy. Wow, look at that bucket, guys. These tires. It looks like they're worn. I mean, I'm not a tractor expert, but you can see the tread on that one. It's not crazy bad, and this one's completely gone. Got some slicks on there. Man, I mean, each tire alone is probably going to cost you an arm and a leg. Overall, the body's okay, but I mean, steel's cracked, paint is chipping, fiberglass damage, more fiberglass damage. Looks like they put a new alternator on there. That's nice. I wonder if there's like an on and off switch or something, because it was completely dead inside. I don't know much about John Deere's or heavy equipment, but hey, maybe one day start flipping heavy equipment. Another business idea. You're always looking. You're always trying to figure it out, because sometimes you do things and it works out, and then all of a sudden that market dies or it gets too saturated and you got to work on something else. So always playing around, but you always have to be cautious about it too, because if you get into a new field, you don't know what you're doing, it's a great way to lose money too. So this one's kind of rough. Let's check out this one. Sweet. The cylinders look like they're in really good condition. I don't see anything leaking right there. All around looks pretty good. These are fairly newer. 15. Oh, this one looks even worse inside. They look better from the outside than the inside. Dang. I really want to put power to it, but I don't even have a jump box with me. And to see how many hours are on this thing. But looking from the interior, this thing was used. Sheesh. So somebody bought a new switch but never wired it in. Meaning the old switch is bad. That's just rough. Bunch of sand, floor's caving in. A lot of the stuff just needs to be replaced. Man. I just don't know. It smells like pee in here. Ugh. Yeah, battery's dead. We need some probably big old jump boxes to get this thing started. Oh, it was making some kind of noise. It wants to. Okay, here we go. John Deere. Maybe we got a little bit of power in this one. As soon as I try to start it, it dies. Nothing. I gotta watch some YouTube videos. I don't know, but honestly, it's kind of rough. Which makes sense. That's why they're probably just kind of salvaging it out. Even though there's still clean titles going through the insurance process. It needs a lot of love. Dang. All right, guys, so I was definitely more excited when I seen it online. It looked great on pictures. I mean, the bucket's going, engine's running. You're like, yeah. Then you get into real life, you're like, ugh. Nah. Sometimes it looks better in real life than in pictures, and that's what we're trying to find. And you have to do the research. You got to do the legwork and check them out, because if you could put $20,000 real quick after fees, shipping, you're looking at $30,000 and maybe break even, and that's a lot of money they invested up front. So I'm thinking I'm gonna pass. We'll still watch it, see how much it goes for, but that's okay. We already picked ourselves a camper up. Let's go ahead and get that hooked up and bring it back to the shop. I'm pretty stoked about that one. I think I got a great deal on that one because we looked at it and it really didn't have any water flood damage. Let's just go ahead and pick that up. These ones, cool research, but probably not meant to be. This is pretty cool. Little handlebars, a little bobcat. Get into those little remote places where you can't get into a regular bobcat, so without tearing up the grass too much. This is neat. And the stuff they come up with. And not one, but two. These look nice. Interchangeable buckets, so you could put different attachments on there and stuff. Pretty cool. Keep an eye on that. All right, guys, so this one's playing as well today. I just thought it was pretty crazy. History on it, checking Auto A stat. So this thing actually sold on the insurance auction for $21,000, which is kind of mind-blowing. It's a 2018. Definitely got some stuff going on. I mean, damage, water damage, other stuff. I mean, look at that roof, fiberglass crack. I can't believe it sold for 21, but right after that, it sold for, I think, like $9,000. So they lost 12 grand already. So you definitely have to be careful. You win some, you lose some. And it's still playing around. Played like already, like I said, 17 times, from 14,000 to 4,000, all sorts of numbers. It's like, man, what is it worth? It just depends what somebody's willing to pay for it. You get that auction hype and it just bids up and boom, sold. So I'm not really that interested. I just thought that was pretty crazy. And man, it's got damage all around. And it is playing again. It looks like somebody actually lived in it. That's pretty cool. Added a little security camera, solar panel to it. So it's probably nice inside, where it was at one point. And now it's just, looks like water flood and all sorts of stuff going on. Nah. I'm pretty happy with our Coleman. We'll get that. We'll see what this one goes for again, but this one's got some history, which I don't want to get involved with. All right, guys, we are in the truck, and let's go pick up our camper. Woohoo! I'm excited about this one. I think it's a great deal. I think it's on that side. I don't know if we're gonna follow him or not, or... Yeah, he's cool. All right. $535. Gotta make sure you pick up the right camper, because it's the last thing you want. Alrighty. Nice. It's always a good sign. Guys, I'm really stoked. I think we got ourselves a great deal. Hopefully we'll get this thing cleaned up, powered on, test all the components, and make some money. Fantastic. All right. Title in hand, good to go. Let's do it. Here we go. New to me, a little camper, 2019 Coleman with the big old slide out. This is nice. I think this will come up. Looks like it's been on there for a while, but it's metal plating, so it should hopefully clean up nicely, and we'll test all the components, and as long as everything works as it should, definitely a money maker. So I'm stoked to put some power to it, put a new battery in it, maybe charge it. We'll see. I don't think that one's good anymore. Like I said, probably just put a new one in and open it up, clean it up, test the stuff, get ourselves a nice camper. All right, guys, went to Ace Hardware. I got myself some of this muriatic acid. Looks like straight poison. So I got some gloves and a mask and things like that, spray bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this thing cleaned up, basically spray it on there, a little section first and test it out in this camper. And then if it's, get rid of this grime. Like I said, we'll also get it plugged in and cleaned out. I'm probably gonna disconnect the truck, so I'm gonna need overspray or splashing on there. I got myself some old pants that I don't care about because I heard this stuff is pretty potent. So we'll get this out of the way so we don't damage that and get this thing cleaned up. There's streaks all over this thing, so we'll definitely need to get that going. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get this popped out, plugged in. So I might as well turn the AC on, let the inside cool down while I get the outside washed, and then be able to work on the inside. So hopefully this will work. A little 30 amp plug, get some power to it. All right, hooked up, a little adapter there. Let's see if we got any power. Nice. Awning, beautiful. And slide, coming right out. Sweet. I think this literally needs to be wiped down, cleaned up. So far, that's what it's seeing. Let's see, interior lights, nice. That slide is sounding great. And then we'll be able to find that thermostat, turn the AC on, get this thing cooling down while we're washing the outside and get the inside. Perfect. Gotta fix that. I did that myself. No big deal. Screw in a little spot. Oops. No, let's go. Yes, sir. Here we go. Any lights here? All right, there must be a switch here somewhere. All this stuff is always hidden. Why do they gotta make it so hard? There we go. Give that a second and hopefully it'll turn on. And there it goes. A little dusty, but oh yeah. Sweet. Not bad at all. Cool. Microwave is working, so 112 volts working, 120 volts working, 12 volts working. Nice. Let's see if this is working. Nice. Electric power stabilizing jacks that need some WD-40. That's definitely like the lowest spot, and if that's working, then that's fantastic. We'll extend it, grease it up, be good to go. Nice. Alright guys, let's check out the inside of this camper. Cleaned up pretty nicely, literally just dusted it. Everything seems to be working properly. Feels actually nice and cool in here. Slide came right out. Look at that leather. It's actually in good shape and not completely falling apart. Seat looks really good. AC's blowing cold. Perfect. Got a little pantry over here. I fixed a little curtain door. No big deal. Very nice. This thing kind of like sleeps like what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 people rather comfortably. That's crazy. What a cool basic layout. Man, really nice. And the only damage I've seen was right there, but I ran out of staples. I started stapling, it was going good, and then I ran out, unfortunately. So I think that just happened, I don't know, with a slide or something else. Literally, it's cardboard and it'll absorb any water, but you don't see it anywhere else. You don't see it in the legs, in the cabinet, so I'm pretty happy with it. Let's show the outside and talk about how much it all cost us and how much profit we could possibly make. Well, there she is. Definitely cleaned up nicely. Most of that grime came off, and this thing is looking beautiful. Wow, what a transformation. Everything is working properly on it. So basically, getting it after fees, $25 of cleaning supplies, $25 for gas. We're looking at $6,500 as it sits, which I think is a great deal considering the fact that it's all working, got bunk beds, sleeps a lot of people, and it's really nice. It's well taken care of, I would say. It's just a beautiful unit altogether. So $6,500, great deal. These units are going for between $12,000 to $20,000 depending on which one, you know, you kind of look at on Facebook Marketplace. There's definitely a lot of different versions and like styles and stuff, but this one's got the bunkhouse, that big slide on it, 32 feet long. Really nice. Everything you kind of need to go camping. So there it is. We're looking at probably what, $3,000 profit, I would say. So I think that's a great day to wash it, clean it, and make some money. Perfect. Well, stay tuned, guys. We're going to show the price of all the other vehicles that played and see what you think about those.